So we'll be looking at twists today. So it's 45 minutes and we're going to be starting lying on our backs. Okay, so if there's anything that doesn't feel right, just don't do it. Just do whatever feels right for you. I've muted everybody. So come to lying on your back. Bend your knees and bring your feet flat to the floor. Just 1 second. There we go. Sorry, I was just setting up the phone to record as well. So bring your feet flat to the floor. You can have your feet slightly wide, your knees falling in on each other, but you're in a nice restful pose. And then just begin to focus on your breath. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose if that's accessible to you. And just follow that breath from the tips of your nostrils, up your nose, following that down your throat, into your lungs. And notice what happens when you're breathing in. Your abdomen is expanding. Rising on your inhale and falling on your exhale. You can bring one hand to your stomach if you want to. Just to feel that rise and fall as you're breathing in and out. And then bring your attention to your ribs. Notice that when you're breathing in, your abdomen is expanding, and then your ribs are expanding. And then bring your attention to the top of your chest. Your abdomen expands, your ribs expand, and then the top of your chest rises on that inhale. And then follow that through on your exhale. Your chest falls, your ribs contract, and your abdomen falls. Now let go of that awareness of that breath. And then just begin to move your knees one way and the other. So allow your breath Direct this movement, inhaling the legs to centre and exhaling them one way. Inhaling them back to centre, exhaling the other way. Just working in time with your own breath. And if you want to, from your knees, next fall to the right, allow them to fall and rest wherever they are. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Take them over to the left. Resting here for a few breaths. And then bringing your knees back to centre. When you're ready, taking hold of those knees, bringing them into your chest, holding over your knees or under your knees, whatever feels comfortable for you. Taking that side to side. And then we're going to take hold of one knee. I'm taking hold of my left knee. And stretching that right leg along the mat. Then taking hold of that knee, that left knee with that right hand. Going to take that across our body in a nice big twist. Staying here for at least 3 breaths. And then we're going to keep the legs where they are. And we're going to turn the top of our body to meet the bottom of our body. We're going to be ending up lying on our front. With one knee bent up to the side. So this is half frog pose. We're just enjoying the opening of your hips that you might feel here. And then we're going to bring our elbows underneath our shoulders. Got a slight back bend, and it might feel that this is more of a stretch for you than lying down. And from here, we're going to make our way into downward dog. You can bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck the toes of that right leg and push up into downward dog. So have a play around here, bending your knees, straightening, coming out if you need a rest, or coming back up. So continuing with our twists, we're going to take our left arm to see if we can reach towards our right leg. So that can reach to your knee. If it feels too much in downward dog, you can bring your knees down to the mat. You can reach through from kneeling position. So it's just a slight twist. Coming down, taking a breath if you need to. And then back into downward dog. We're just going to take that left leg and see if we can thread it through that space between your right hand and your right leg. That feels comfortable. You can also lift your right arm off the mat. And then coming down onto your knees. We're going to work our way back down onto the mat. So bringing your weight onto your wrists, your weight over your shoulders. Let's see, can we take ourselves down to the mat without just collapsing? So bringing those elbows tight into your body and bending them as we slowly bringing our weight down to the floor. And then rolling onto our backs, and we'll try that same sequence with our right side. So bringing that right knee into our chest, stretching that left leg along the mat. Taking hold of that knee with our opposite hand, and then on our exhale, taking that over into a side twist. Staying here for at least 3 breaths. Before we turn the top of our body to meet the bottom of our body in our half frog pose. Settling into that pose, resting your head on your hands, and just breathing into it. And when you're ready, taking your elbows underneath your shoulders and pushing up. So it's a bit like Sphinx and it's a bit like frog. So whatever animal that would be, a Sphinx crossed with a frog. And then when you're ready, we're going to tuck the toes, that outstretched leg. Bring those hands underneath your shoulders and make your way into downward dog. All this moving around, I've ended up coming off my mat. So you want to readjust yourself back on your mat so that you're not slipping around on the floor. And then we're going to take our right hand and let's see, can we go and take that towards our left leg? Again, if you want to come down onto your knees, taking that right hand towards that left leg. Coming down for a rest. Before back into our downward dog. And we're taking our right leg between our left hand and left leg. And if it feels comfortable, taking that left arm away from the mat. When you're ready, coming back onto your knees, bringing that weight over your wrists, over your shoulders, tucking those elbows into the chair, and then making your way down, lying on your front. Use this as an opportunity for rest. Bring one hand on top of the other, and either rest your forehead or your cheek here. When we're ready, pushing up onto all fours. And then just moving your pelvis in time with your breath. Feeling that stretch in your spine. So on your inhale, tipping your pelvis up to the ceiling, tucking it down, your exhale, and letting the rest of your back follow. Feeling that stretch, your shoulders, your upper back. And then when you're ready, we're going to be stepping our left foot forward so that we're ending up in our low lunge position. So just bringing our weight forward, if that is comfortable, finding our balance here. If we want to, we can raise the arms up to the sky. Just for a few breaths, find our balance. And then bringing our hands down. So bringing both of your hands down inside that left leg, we're going to keep the right hand on the floor. I'm going to raise the left hand. So we're twisting towards that left leg. Looking up to the ceiling if that's comfortable for you. Or if that arm being up is not comfortable, just twist your body. Bringing that back down. And then we're going to twist into an open twist, so away from that leg. That right arm, opening that right arm up towards the ceiling. Lovely. And then let's bring our weight back. We're stretching that left leg. Kneeling on that right leg. If it's too uncomfortable, you can tuck the toes under. And then we're just going to bring our left hands to the floor. Open out our body to the right. Lovely. So bringing our weight back forward, bringing your left knee to meet your right knee. You might want to bring in some movement here into your back, anything that feels nice, feels comfortable. And then we're going to step the right leg forward. Finding our balance here. Taking our weight forward. So we want our back leg, we want there to feel like a stretch in the front of that back thigh. So if we're just 90 degrees, we might not feel that stretch. So start to bring that weight forward so you can feel that stretch. And raising your arms. Bringing those arms, those hands to the floor, inside that right leg. And if you need to, you can walk that right leg a bit further over, or if you need to, you can turn that right leg out, whatever feels comfortable. We're going to keep the left hand on the floor, raising our right hand and twisting towards our right leg. And then bringing that down, going the other way. So lifting up that left arm, twisting away from that open leg. And then shifting our weight back onto our left leg. Bringing our left hand to the floor. Twisting towards that closed leg and then away from it. Coming back when you're ready. So use this opportunity to rest. You can either just sit back on your heels if that is comfortable for you, or you can bring your weight down into a balasana, which is a child's pose. Take that moment to rest. When you're ready, coming into a kneeling position, we're going to stretch one leg out. We've started with the left every time today, so let's carry on with that. We're going to stretch out that left leg. And then let's just focus, we're doing our twists again. So let's bring our right hand to the floor. And taking that left arm up, so you've got your left leg outstretched, your left arm straight up to the ceiling. And then bring your left hand to the floor and open out towards that right side. Let's come up onto that kneeling position. Bringing our right hands to the floor and twisting open that left leg, left arm. And then bringing that left leg in to meet the right. And sitting back. Pausing for a few breaths here. Those pauses are so important. Remind ourselves to rest. And then we're going to take that right leg out. It might feel not the same on one side to the other, so you need to move the position of your foot, or you need to come up higher. That's absolutely fine. And we're going to take that into bringing our left hand next to our left leg, opening our right arm up to the sky, bringing our right arm, hands to the floor, and opening out to that left side. Coming into a high kneeling with that leg, our left hand to the floor, raising our right arm, and bringing that right arm down, raising that left. Coming back to kneeling, bringing both feet together. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our weight forward. You might have, let's have your left leg outstretched. And we're going to thread that left arm through that space between our right arm and our body. We've got our left leg outstretched. We're going to thread this arm through. You might not get very far, or you might want to bring your weight onto that forearm. Stay there for at least 3 breaths. Coming back whenever you're ready and taking that the other way. Sitting back on your heels, we're just going to take that into side stretch. So bringing your left hand to the floor or to your left leg, raising that right arm on our inhale and taking it over to that left side. And then let's take it back the other way. Rolling those shoulders back. We're going to take it into a cross-legged position, and then we'll be doing our relaxation. We're going to do a couple of twists in cross-legged position, then doing our relaxation. So if you want to grab a block or a cushion to sit on, just to make it a little bit more comfortable, being in cross-legged. So just for a few breaths, closing your eyes. Finding comfort here. And we're going to take our right hand to our left knee. Let's take a breath here. Let's take that left hand beside us. And on our next exhale, let's see, can we twist towards that left side? Taking a breath here. And on your next exhale, get any more room for twisting with your upper part of your body, with your shoulders, your head. And then on our final exhale in this twist, just see if your head can look any more over that shoulder. And then bring that back. And we'll do the same thing the other way. So taking our left hand to our right knee. Just pausing here for a breath. Bring that right hand to the floor. On your exhale, seeing can you twist your body that right side. On your next exhalation, twist that upper body any more. On your final exhalation, your neck, your head, look any more over that right shoulder. And then bringing it back. Changing the crossover of our legs, just to make it feel a bit strange. And we'll do that same thing again. So twisting, but we've just changed the crossover of our legs. So we're going to bring our right hand to our left knee first of all. Take a breath there. Bring your left hand down to the floor. And on your next exhale, see if you can twist your body to the left. breath here. On your next exhale, push that upper body further around to the left, and on your final exhale, get any more movement in your head, looking over that left shoulder, bringing that back, and then final time, that right side, bringing your left hand to your right knee, your right hand to the floor. Taking a breath there, full take that round. And our exhalation, twisting that body round to the right. On our next exhale, and we'll twist that upper back any more. And then on our final exhalation, can we see whether we can look over that right shoulder any more before bringing it back. Lovely. So we're just going to do a little bit of relaxation before we finish. So change the crossover of your legs again if that feels more comfortable for you. Or if sitting cross-legged is not okay, then find a position that is. So the reason that we're finishing in cross-legged position is because it's the start of the day and we're thinking about spring and spring awakening, and those twists that have awoken our body. So we don't want to relax ourselves too much before we go out for the rest of the day. So try and bring your palms up so that they're not getting any sensation from the rest of your body. That's really uncomfortable. Bring your hands to the floor or just fingertips to the floor, whatever feels nice for you. Close your eyes. And as you're sat in this cross-legged position, I want you to imagine yourself as a lotus, floating on a pond. And I want you to imagine that you feel those roots growing beneath you, grounding you to that pond, making you feel stable, strong. Keep imagining those roots now. You feel stable and strong on that water. Imagine yourself that flower beginning to grow up towards the sunlight. Every breath, feel that that flower is growing, opening out to the sun. Just picture yourself as this lotus flower, floating on the surface of the water, but with strong roots, keeping you grounded. And a beautiful flower that's opening to the sunlight. Just slowly to let go of that visualization. Bring your awareness to the room around you, but whilst you've got your eyes closed. Notice points of your body that are on the mat. Begin to bring some movement to those fingers, toes. Making any movement that you feel that you want to make here. Begin to bring some your body, your wrist, your arm, shoulders, back, and it feels nice for you. And we'll take 2 breaths together, taking a breath in, raising your arms overhead, bringing your hands down to your heart center, taking another breath in. And as we're doing this, just welcoming in the change of season. The spring is here. And then on that final time, our hands still in front of our heart center, bowing your head and thanking yourself, giving yourself an hour of yoga or 45 minutes of yoga this morning. Thank you very much. I'll stop the recording.